This segment is sponsored by Michigan Auto Law. We are coming up on one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. And if you're planning to drive over this 4-day Thanksgiving weekend, there's some important information we want to share. Brandon Hewitt is an attorney with Michigan Auto Law, and he joins us now with the details. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Catherine. Thanks for having us as usual.
Glad to. And it is so important that Thanksgiving travel weekend, it's a dangerous one coming up.
Yeah, it is. So there's lots of people on the road, obviously traveling to grandma's house or mom's house for some delicious food, but it's dangerous, right? It's a long weekend. We know that Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the biggest bar night of the year. So there's a lot of things to be careful and look out for.
In fact, you saw like more than doubling of the number of overall crashes in 2021 versus just the year prior, right?
Yeah, super scary stuff, right? So we had about 2,000 crashes in 2020 and almost 4,300 crashes in 2021. That is an insane jump. We really don't know why. Best guess is that it's people getting back out on that first kind of big holiday after, COVID kind of started to open up a little bit, maybe a little bit more aggressive driving. But yeah, the numbers doubling from year over year is pretty scary.
Yeah. Well, let's give drivers some advice. What do you say to them? What should they be thinking about?
I think the two biggest for this time of year are alcohol, obviously. Again, this is the party season. We discussed it, during Halloween. Halloween was really kind of the kickoff for holidays parties. Alcohol is a huge contributing factor during this time of year. So just be very mindful of how much you're having. Even if you're having one or two drinks, the beautiful technology that we have with Uber and Lyft is great to get you home. And then Thanksgiving in particular, it sounds kind of funny, but honestly, food comas, right? We're eating a ton of food that turkey, kind of has that reputation for putting us to sleep. But it's a real problem. Drowsy driving can be just as dangerous as having a couple of drinks. So, don't rush home after dinner. Don't dine and dash from grandma's house or mom's house. Give yourself some time, take a nap. If you are feeling tired at all, just kind of rest for a little while and then hit the road. It sounds kind of silly, but really, drowsy driving can be very dangerous.
Yeah, it's a thing. Also, the hosts of these gatherings have a responsibility to keep things safe for their own protection, right?
Yep, absolutely. So, when you're inviting people over, it's obviously we want everybody to have a good time, but number one, give everybody a heads up of when kind of the party's going to stop, right? So that they can monitor their own consumption of alcohol. Also, provide a lot of non-alcoholic options for people. Certainly people like to have a glass of wine or, as we get towards Christmas, some eggnog. But, give them a lot of other options, some spritzers, sparkling water, non-alcoholic wine and beer options. There's a ton of them out there now. A lot of food, right? And try to balance out some of that alcohol. Also, keep an eye on people throughout the party. Even though you're having fun, you are the host. So it's good to kind of walk around and check in on people. And then also ask that they have a designated driver as they enter the party. Make sure that there's somebody who's not going to be drinking, or also you can provide those options for Lyft and Uber as well.
Because I think I know that there's some legal liability. Like they can get in trouble if somebody leaves their party drunk and causes an accident or something.
Yeah, that's called social host liability. So it's pretty restrictive in Michigan, but it is possible to be liable for giving people, over serving people. If you are hosting a party, as far as just non-family, we do recommend hiring a professional bartender so that they are more apt and experienced to see when somebody has had too much. Also to check IDs, right? So don't serve alcohol to minors. That is where you can get in big time trouble. With social host liability. Make sure that it's all adults drinking. Don't allow anybody else to provide alcohol to minors. So just be a responsible, diligent, host as people have fun, but you want to make sure people are safe as well.
Yeah, presumably we're surrounded by people we love during the holiday season, and we surely don't want them to get into trouble. All right, well, here is to a safe holiday weekend for everyone, no matter what you're doing, if you're driving, if you're hosting, if you're attending, all good advice. Thanks, Brandon.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.